Atlanta, live from K.L.P. Studios. Ever wonder what went down behind the scenes of our top stories?
Say what?
Then tune into What Had Happened Was, the only radio station that takes you straight to the source. From coast to coast, tune in now as we dive deep into the stories, the drama, and the moments that shape the culture with
The Swanky One, new K.L.P.
and
with your girl, Evelyn Letitia.
live, Swanky 93.3 and the Heat 94.6 radio stations, or wherever you get your podcasts from.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Yo! What's up? We back, ain't it?
This look different. Hey.
What had happened was,
Yo, but you're tuned back in to the baddest in the land, the podcast all up in your ear.
what had happened was,
Y'all might notice some new stuff about us there. We're gonna talk about
Don't
it.
talk about it. Don't talk about it.
I mean, I got my boy Kennedy Lucas Patterson. Yes.
Boy, howdy.
My bad, I was late on that one.
No,
It's
you
been a
good.
while. And of course, I'm your other host, Evelyn Letitia. And we thank you for staying tuned in with us. We got a great show for you today on
what had happened
How you do
was,
this now?
Get It.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Boy, howdy.
Boy, howdy.
Boy, howdy. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another exciting episode of
what had happened was,
I'm your gracious, highly favorite host, K.L.P. Kennedy Lucas.
Yeah.
And of course, to my right,
Yes.
Evelyn Letitia is here in the building as well. You guys see it. We've been away for a second. Yes. You see the couch is here. You know, we're couching the set now.
We couch it. Couch it.
Very, very excited for that. We've got some new things here in the studio. We've got a window. We've got more
Yeah.
natural lighting in here.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the podcast. We've been away for a second. The reason why, because I talked about it on all the shows. Of course, I moved quite a few places. The studio's been moved. I've moved personally. A lot of moving the last beginning of April, right? And now pollen season's here. It's getting a little bit more. Hopefully, the pollen's getting faded away because I didn't see any pollen this morning. I saw pollen, but I didn't see so much of it. But that's what we've been. We've been gone. We've been moving and getting things together. And I honestly got to say that's part of the growth. It's a part of change. It's part of starting something new. And we hope that you guys like the set. Of course, we've got some of the same, the same equipment in here. But we just got more of a natural lighting in here. We've got the backdrop still the same, but we got a couch in here now. So
This natural lighting is natural lighting.
Yes.
Like, look at this melanin. Get into
you
it.
get into
Y'all
it.
get into the melanin.
Yeah.
Uh.
So we hope y'all like it. We hope
Yeah.
you like it. But April's moving like you got somewhere to be.
I know, right? I
All
was
right.
like, didn't we just have snow?
We just had it was snow last week.
Like, literally, this year is flying.
It's flying. But I'm glad it's flying.
Yeah.
Because April's about to be at the way. May's about to come. Summertime's about to come.
So you know what that
what had
means?
happened was,
What's going on with you? What's been
Ooh,
going on? What's happening?
a lot of
Okay.
great stuff.
I'm here. I'm
Let's
listening.
get to the film good stuff real quick.
Tell me what's going
Dear
on.
Isaiah, it is confirmed. May 2026, next month.
Okay.
It's gonna be hitting Apple TV and Prime Video. It's official.
Y'all.
It's official, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Dear Isaiah is one of those films that I gotta say I've done a lot of movies, right? But this is the one that I encourage everyone to watch because it's a story about love. It's a story about, I don't want to say heartbreak, but it's gonna make you a little sad because it's about Isaiah Stewart that he passed away with sickle cell illness, and we're telling the story from Tony Stewart, the dad's point of view.
Yeah.
And it's been a long time coming for it to be on Apple TV and Prime. A lot of back and forth from my distribution. Hey, artwork's not right. Oh, you got to redo that artwork.
The specs got to be
The specs got to
yeah.
be.
Now, people don't understand that when you get ready to do a
it's a
film
lot.
project, television, whatever, and you have to go to some of these major streaming sites, there's a lot behind the scenes before it can get approved. So when you hear us or see people posting about stuff that they're doing or filming, and y'all ask us every 5 seconds, when it gonna be up? When it gonna be up? Like, we have to go through a whole lot of stuff before it's approved and then finally posted for everybody to see it. So there's a lot of work that goes into it.
A lot of work. So finally they said, hey, you got everything. We're finished. We'll let you know. We'll send you the links when it's on the platforms. they say, hey, May 2026, that is our projected release window. But very, very excited for that. The new trailers are finished.
Okay.
I gotta wait until I publish the new trailers that has the logos on it. I have to wait. But I'm really, really excited when it comes down to it. Making sure that I get it right, because I heard it too in the microphone. Like, hey,
he be all up in that mic.
yes.
So let me just put that right there.
be hitting the mic and whatnot. Vacation, Cancun is coming.
Cancun.
I'm turning 30.
Of course, he a grown man, but I always like, be safe out.
Of course.
Be safe out there, especially with all the stuff going on with our government.
Yeah.
Like, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, it's craziness.
Yeah.
But that's just happy. I mean, that's all. And I think I'm working. Of course, Guardians is still getting work done.
Okay.
I've been posting a little bit about that movie. That movie won't be out until like later, maybe 2027, maybe. We still got some work to do on that one, so that's going good as well. Everything's just going good for the most part. What's going on in your world? It's been a minute.
Happened was
Since you had asked, first of all, still doing some major moves with our film Aggie Pride.
Yes, I've seen
right?
it.
Our production company is 1334. So if you are interested in learning more about Aggie Pride and what we got going on and ways that you can be a part of that or even donating to the film, you can go to 1334films.com and you can see some other information about that. But we did our last promo and it'll be going up soon. So I'll make sure I link that and share that with you and everything. But we're going to be doing some things down here in Georgia because we got another audition that's going to be coming up. And this will be posted on my social site and I'll make sure we post it. But on May the 23rd, that is a Saturday. I think that's Memorial weekend. We will be down here in Georgia. From auditions will be from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. More specs will go up about that, but 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Our good girl, fellow actress, writer, director. I call her Big Sis, Shell Purcell.
Big Sis.
Yes,
shout out to you,
yes. You may know her as she was Gloria in Straw, the landlord. You were supposed to be back by 10 o'clock, right? She's been in the Country Wayne skits before. She has multiple TV, film.
Two of her own. Film. Two Wrongs and Two Wrongs too.
Two Wrongs, two of her own movies. I was in a film last year with her, Rose Through Cancer. So Shell's a big deal. Well, she just opened up her own studio.
Yes.
It's called It's Not Just Acting Studios. And she will be offering all kinds of things there as far as taping, coaching, space you can rent for, like, if you got like a little small open mic thing you want to. She has the space for all of that, but that's where auditions are going to be held. So I'll make sure I link and put all the information on where it will be. But our auditions again are May 23rd. It will be from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Appointment only. Okay, so we can stay on track and give people opportunity and time frame. You will have to email AggiePrideTheMovie@gmail.com and to sign up to get an audition slot. We have more information for you for that. So that's still going on.
That's lit. I love it.
And then this weekend,
what's going on this weekend?
So most people, probably don't know, I do model, right? Earlier in my career, I was doing a lot more, focused on the modeling. But then modeling, music, and acting. But then the acting started taking off more than the music. And so the modeling was just kind of came sporadic. But I still do modeling opportunities. And there's an amazing photographer and videographer, Adam Black, out of Spartanburg, South Carolina, who I've worked with in the past. And one of the things he's been doing the past few years, he's been doing these artist showcase of his work. So he does what's called 365. He'll shoot a different model every day for 365 days. And at the end, the year coming the next, we will have like a reveal with all the artists and the name of it. Well, I did this last year for him. It was called BLK Opus. And so it was black on black. Everything had to be black, black canvas in the background. We shot it. And this weekend, we had the reveal of BLK Opus. It was a dope event. There were all kinds of creatives, Music was there. We had food. We were dancing. We was doing all kind of stuff. People was dressed up to the nines. Again, y'all gonna see some of this stuff. Like, let me get my reel together. But y'all gonna see some of it. But I got to take one of my prints home. I'm gonna post some of his other ones that he had of me. But this is your girl. This is one of them. Yeah. Y'all see it? Can you see it? Can you see it?
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's really good. Let me make sure all the angles get it, right? But it was called Black Opus, and again, that's Adam Black out of Spartanburg, South Carolina.
You got to frame that.
Yeah, I am. Right? That's going to my studio. Yeah, yeah. All right, that's going to studio.
Yeah, that's lit.
And he made a book that you also can go. He's on Instagram, Adam Black. I make sure I link him in my stuff too. But you can go and purchase any of the prints of any of the models, or you can print pay for the photo book, the print book. And so we had that as well, and I got to sign all the artists, all the models sign their photos in that.
Aww.
So yeah, dope thing. He has another one coming up this year.
Yeah,
it's going to be called Alumni, and the theme for that is whatever you are alumni of. Right. You can create your own whatever. So if you're in a fraternity, sorority, you can do that. If you play sports or something like that, you can do that. If you're military, whatever you're an alumni of. Right. That's going to be the theme this year. And so he'll be shooting a model every day for 365 days. And then next year we'll have the artist showcase.
That's so cool. Yeah. That's so creative too. That's really, really creative. Shout out to that.
That's what I've been doing.
Hey, that's awesome. Good things all around, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And by the way, I do want to say to all of our fan base, thank you guys first, thank y'all for staying patient.
Yes.
A lot of people say, hey, we see your coffee talk show. That's great. Where the podcast with you and E at? I say, hey, we had to switch some things. We're moving.
Yeah. And moving is a process. I don't know if y'all don't move or if y'all be moving with just one book bag, but if you got other stuff, it takes a process. So
it is such a process. So I'd say to a lot of people, thank you guys so very much for your patience. We're officially back. I guess with a new season. I guess this counts as our I don't even know.
I don't know.
I don't really break shows down.
And we're still working on some things. So even with the setup now, it may be different angle or something next time. Yeah. Like this is literally our first day back in the new studio. So we're going to get it together.
We're going to get it together. Yeah. Speaking of getting it together.
What had happened was.
I got to give a shout out to basketball. It's basketball season. Yeah. NCAA, men's and women's. Yeah. I think you had some more insight on that. I've been watching a little bit of it. I've been tied up between that and then like NBA. Yeah. And then I'm watching articles because I'm ready for WNBA to get started. I did see that, and I'm going off the script here. Portland Fire and Toronto Tempo. New teams for WNBA. And then I think I saw that they're extending a team in Philly and Cleveland for more WNBA teams to come out.
Yes, I saw that.
I'm going off script on that because it just popped in my mind. Yeah. But I'm really, really excited about that.
Especially with the amount of talent that's going to be going over to the WNBA draft.
Yes, so much talent.
Speaking of some of that talent, at least 3 from the University of South Carolina women's team are going over, which they ended up playing in the championship game against UCLA, which was a great, amazing game. But just to get some backstory before that, of course, they played UConn, which was a huge story because of controversy that happened at the end of the game with Coach Gino and Coach Don.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Which was everywhere. And let me tell you something. As a basketball player and just watching the interviews and stuff, Coach Gino already seemed like he was agitated the whole game, right? Some of the stuff that he was saying, even when, during the half when he was talking about how, his girls were getting fouled real bad and they wouldn't call it. One of his girls got her jersey ripped and they didn't call it. When in actuality, she ripped her own jersey. Like, that happened. Then of course at the end of the game, Carolina was winning and it was evident they were about to win this game. And so the coaches were kind of coming over at half court on the sideline to shake hands, and she goes to shake his hand, and Coach Gino says something to Coach Don, which kind of got this reaction like, "What? I would never do that to you, whatever." And so supposedly it was him saying that she didn't shake his hand before the game, and he had already said that in his post interview or something like that, where he said he waited at half court for like 3 minutes or whatever, how the coach is supposed to come out and shake hands.
Of course. Yeah.
And she never came out, whatever. Aww. But then Then they go back and show a video.
Yeah.
She actually did shake his hand at the beginning of the
yeah.
game. Now, it may not happen exactly when he wanted it.
Right.
But the way it was framed was like she was deliberately
Trying to
being
avoid,
nasty, and stuff like that. So that was a huge blow. And that became the thing that kind of overshadowed everything.
Yeah.
What
you get on camera is two coaches heated argument. That's the story.
Yeah. And in his own right, Coach Gino has an extensive winning history at UConn.
Yeah.
That can't be taken away from him, right? But at the same token, a lot of people was just like, this is who he is. Like, that's why Pat Summitt, who is a legendary coach in her own right, she passed away several years ago, but she was the head coach for Tennessee, University of Tennessee. And she had a winning, but they used to have a rival there, but because of Gino's actions and stuff, and she ended up withdrawing her team from even playing them during the regular season. So this is not something new, but the way the thing I love is how everybody and mama pulled up for Don.
Yep.
I was reading them comments. They said, Auntie, where we need to be. I seen people like,
Auntie,
I know y'all ain't messing with my big cousin. Like, when I tell you everybody, because when you think about Dawn Staley and what she's done for basketball. Yeah, she's done. And I said this other women's basketball for sure. I live in South Carolina. Even though I'm a Clemson grad, I pull for South Carolina girls. They represent our states. I'm always gonna pull for them, right? Of course, if they're playing Clemson, I'm gonna pull for my but in this, I always pull for them. And I grew up in the Low Country, South Carolina, so USC was always closer to my hometown. And I even had a teammate when she graduated from high school. She played for USC right before Dawn got there, so she didn't get to play for Dawn. But we took a team, trip up there and everything to watch her play. So that's like, it's home. But I told someone, she has done so much for women's basketball and that girls program in general. Yeah. I forget that USC even got a men's team. I'm going to be honest. Y'all, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. When was the last time you heard anybody say anything about the University of South Carolina men's team? And that's no knock to them, but I'm telling you, that's how big of a spotlight and success Dawn has been on the women's side of that team that you totally forget that they got a men's team.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, and then... for Aja Wilson to be one of the greatest WNBA players, she came out of US. Like, so it's like, they even got a statue of Aja up there at the university. So it's like, she has been that. Yeah. But of course, she's
one of my favorites. Too.
I love her. Her personality too. She was fun. I just know if I was to hang out with Aja, we would just, I'm like. Girl, we gonna have fun. But all of that being said, they end up beating UConn, go on to play UCLA, and I was pulling for them hard to win this. Win it all, right? Right. And UCLA came out and said, no, not in my house. Not today. Baby, I was like, I was watching it, and then I had to do something, right? Right. Because the first half, first of all, I knew it was gonna be a good game. The first half, when halftime came, I was just like, okay, the score looking like, what's going on here? But it was still obtainable. Right. You can go either way. Right. And then I went to do something, and I came back like 3 minutes later, and they were down. USC was down by like 20 points. I said, the hell? I'm like, what is going on? What is going on? And it's almost like in the third quarter, like midway in the third quarter, it's like I could see defeat in our girls. Like, they was giving it their all, but UCLA was just on it. Everything possible was dropping for them. They was making every shot. They were getting all the rebounds on offense and defense. I was screaming at the TV at one point at our girls on South Carolina saying, box out! Why can't y'all grab a third rebound? I was like... Dedication. Yeah. I was, right? But of course, UCLA ends up pulling it out. Yeah. They end up winning 79-51 in that game, winning the national championship, and huge shout out to them because they haven't been back on that platform. I think they were like 30 for like since 1970, probably longer. It was a long time since they've been back on that stage. So shout out to their coach for winning. Shout out to the USC girls. Shout out to them. Playing some of their last games. Raven Johnson's won. She's going to be going to the WNBA draft. Yeah. Amazing careers for those young ladies.
Amazing. And then they're like, look, I'm rooting because now with the new deal, like our ladies getting more money when they go pro. So now, I think we talked about this. Now that deal is finalized and the ladies getting more money, now it's becoming more attractive. Now a lot of people want to be in WNBA. Now there's going to be a lot of butts and seats. Now it's going to have a lot of viewership. I think. And
then also, just to highlight the men's side of the NCAA tournament, Michigan ends up edging out and beating UConn. 69 to 63. Yeah. So, shout out to all those teams making it that far. You know, like I said, it's a hard work to get out on that court and battle it out every time. Yeah. Giving everything you got. Yeah.
Right. And basketball is really one of my favorite sports to watch is because number one, it's indoors. And it's just such a vibe. And shout out to GGC because we got basketball over there too. I mean, they ain't in the NCAA. They could be, but just to see the environment of people that come out to these games and it's a vibe. Yeah. Right. And this is the college levels. Now, I bet it's a good rocking time because I've been to Michigan. Right. And we went through Ann Arbor up to like Michigan, University of Michigan. We saw they had like the big M on, I guess like a lawn or on their football. It was like a big M. It was like, oh yeah, we're in college town right now. And everybody's just out having a good time as college kids. So it's college sports is where it's at. Yeah. And I get very, very excited when I see good teams. And all these teams are good, but the teams that I've seen and rolled by, seen, is like, yeah, they're going to have a good season. Yeah. I'm here for it. I can't wait for next year. I can't wait for more sports to come out. Football season is kind of around the corner. WNBA season is almost here. That's something I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, and not only with the WNBA, we also have, because one of the things that's great about the expansion of the teams is now talent that is great won't get overlooked in the draft. Because that's one of the things that was very limited with the draft for the WNBA. Yeah. There were only so many teams, only so many spots. Because you got a whole bunch of veterans still playing. So it's like you got these girls coming out of NCAA basketball who are putting up numbers. Then they get to the draft and they just don't make the team. Not because they're not good, but because they ain't enough spots. Right. So now you got expansion, which is great. But also now you got the other league, the 3-on-3 basketball, Unrivaled. Yeah. So you got that as well, and that's been very popular. Right. So. Yeah, well, shout out to them.
Yeah, no. I saw on it was the ESPN last season. The Aces was going against somebody. Can't remember who they were going against. And it's cool how like the production, like they get them mic'd up and they're interviewing while the coach is coaching. So the head coach of the Aces, I'm blanking on her name. She's like, no, do this. Yeah, and we just got to pass the ball and do a lot of rebounds. Hey, no, you do. Yeah. And it's like, how do they keep their focus? Yeah. And then the commentator's like, yeah, well, we'll let you get back into the game. We'll continue doing our thing. From a production standpoint, I think that's cool.
Well, and Angel Reese was traded. And she's coming here to Atlanta. Coming to Atlanta.
Welcome to the A.
Welcome to Atlanta where the players play. And they riding on things like every day.
Atlanta's where she should be. And Chicago, and I hate to say that because I love Chicago too. Yeah, because I saw on an article that ticket sales went up 20% because of her trade. Yeah, like the Dream's gonna get some attention, some butts and seats. In production terms, we say that butts in those seats because of Angel Reese. Yeah, because she's not only a baller, but she's a superstar too. I guess you can kind of say she's an actress. She was in that latest movie. I forgot what movie it was that she played herself in this movie, so she's kind of an actress. I saw that Victoria's Secret commercial that she's on now.
She definitely has the body look for a model. Like
she's a superstar. Yeah. It's smart though, right? Because she's getting WNBA money, but now it's the sponsorships that's going to make her get some money in her pocket. So Angel Reese, welcome to the A. Yeah. We hope you perform well though, because you can't remember when you started. You started with basketball. Yeah. So I get very excited. Shout out to Chicago. Shout out Chicago. Y'all are awesome.
All right now.
What had happened was
we love it. We love it in here. Let me get my notes.
Lord, y'all rushed you, ain't it?
Yeah. Like, wait a minute.
I thought you were segueing how we be segueing.
So let's go ahead and segue it a little bit. We're talking about superstardom, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me, y'all. That pollen, just gets to you. Superstar. You wanna talk music first?
Yeah, let's talk about it. So, unless you've been living under a rock, R&B said they got something for y'all. They said they got something for y'all. They said they got Usher. Yeah, they said they got Chris Brown. Yeah. And they're going to put them together on tour. How y'all feel about that?
The Raymond and Brown tour. R&B. So clever.
Did you see the new promo they released with the motorcycle?
So,
yeah,
because I saw Chris Brown last July when he was at Truist Park in Atlanta. Ball overtime. It was so much fun. I had my best dress on. I with my mom, Tony, my two sisters, and my big brother was there, and then we had a family friend that came, and we had and I think Jake, Jake, my sister's husband, my brother-in-law. Love you.
There you go.
Had to make sure because last time I kept saying that.
Because he always says my sister's husband, and so I finally asked him. I said, "Do y'all have beef or something? Like you don't want to call me a brother-in-law? Or that's just she's like, oh, I'm still getting used to it." I said, "Okay,
I'm getting used to it."
It's just a way he would say it. She be like my sister's brother, and it was never with any malice that he would say it. But I was like, you don't ever call me your brother-in-law, and he's like, you're still getting used to that actually being your brother-in-law. Like
brother-in-law Jake, because I'm sure they're watching this. Yeah. So they watch every podcast. Love y'all. We went to see Chris Brown. You know, it was a long night.
Yeah.
I was at my best fit. A lot of ladies was there. A lot of ladies are going to be at this one, right? Yeah. I saw it on TikTok, Facebook, and even my friends said, "Hey, we all saving up money so we can go see Chris Brown and Usher because you know it's going to be about $1,000, right? It's going to cost you some money to go see them too." But let me tell you, I'm excited because I'm a big R&B guy. Chris Brown on his Instagram, social media, May 8th, we might be getting that new album. Because that new song, Obvious, came out. And that's Obvious, that song been out for a second, but it was another creator and he used AI to create that song. And now Chris Brown said, "Hey, well, that sounds like me. I might as well just do it." You know, so he did a song called Obvious based off that. And now May 8th, we looking at a new Chris Brown album. Yeah. And now he's getting ready to go on tour again. Like he just didn't finish his last Breezy Bowl. Very, very exciting. I think this is a good, perfect timing for Chris Brown and Usher. Usher's been the man. I've liked Usher when I was a kid. I do like I think his latest album, it had to been Coming Home or Homecoming. It was right after his residency in Vegas. And then like when he finished that album just came out. So maybe it was like, "Hey, I'm done with my residency. We're here in Atlanta. Here's this new album. Here's some new music for you." And now he's going on this big tour with one of the biggest R&B stars out there now, Chris Brown.
Well, so someone said, you was talking about the new albums, that this is the perfect time for them to do a joint album. It's a perfect time. And be able to do those songs on tour as well. Yeah. You know, I think back to like, you know, growing up, Bow Wow and Omarion had that joint album. I think one time R. Kelly and Jay-Z had that joint album. Now you have this opportunity for them to literally call the album R&B, you know, for the tour. That if they do not make a joint album called R&B or something an equivalent that they can do for the tour, that is a huge opportunity missed unless they know that this tour is going to be very successful. So they're already planning a second tour and it'll be on the second one. That's the only way. But I'm like, if y'all miss out on those opportunity for a joint venture, it's like, who is y'all marketing people over there? Who didn't bring this as an idea to the table?
I would have just said in this first tour.
And of course, with both artists, although there's a lot of people that are happy about this tour, there's a lot of people that's also like, they ain't here for it because each artist come with their own controversies. You know,
that's true.
So of course there's a lot of I've seen on social media. There's some women, you know, mainly women that talk about Chris Brown and domestic violence and all that kind of history. Yeah. And you also have equally people who talk about Usher because a lot of people see Usher as the catalyst for a lot of trauma and things that have allegedly happened to Justin Bieber, who he introduced to Diddy, who he left in Diddy's flavor camp. Now, mind you, I don't know if you've seen this interview before. There's an interview back in the day where Usher was being interviewed, and he was talking about flavor camp that he got sent to Diddy when he was, you know, younger. And the interviewer asked him, "Would you ever send your kids to Diddy?" And he was like, "No, hell no!" Like no. Like he was very adamant. He would not send his kids there. So the question has always been in people's mind, like, well, why would you send Justin Bieber to him? He was a child, like he was a kid that you sent there. Why would you send him there if you wouldn't even feel comfortable sending your own kids there? And so like that's the controversy that follows them. So you got a lot of people that's very excited about this, right? Because when you think about it, both of them, the catalogs are long. They have contributed to our culture musically in great ways. But they're also very flawed people with a lot of baggage. Yeah. And that baggage people are speaking up on, That's true. Same thing with R. Kelly and stuff like that. A lot of people love the music, but there's baggage that comes.
There's a lot of baggage.
And you got some people that when they see the baggage, they're like, hey, I don't want no parts of this. I ain't listen to it again. I'm never going to listen to it again. You got some people that say, yeah, they got baggage, but the music's still good. Where the tickets at? Like, so you got both of those.
I'm still going to go
right?
try to see Chris Brown.
You got both of those. So that's just what's happening right now, kind of deal. Yeah,
I'm excited. Chris Brown, Usher, shout out to y'all. Did you see the Tank and Tyrese verses?
I got to see some. I haven't watched the whole thing through yet, but my favorite song is Your
Turtleneck. That's been the rolling joke the last few days.
You gonna burn up in that turtleneck.
Don't suffocate in his verses. Turtleneck. I like how Tank just played into it. His backups and his lead singer, they played into it. The crowd played into it. Even Tyrese played into it.
The backup singers, they was on point.
They were.
Turtleneck. I was like, oh man. But since we talk about music, on one of our last episodes, we were talking about albums and stuff like that and CDs back in the day. And I told you, I said, I still got some of my CDs, my mix CDs. Yeah, I bought some stuff for y'all today. Those of you who get to watch the episode, you actually get to see it. But I bought in here today some of my old CDs. I used to have I used to do mixes.
She got a case and everything.
I had a little case. Look. You used to go to Walmart and you get you a stack of them CDs. Yeah, like you can get 25, 50. It was like 100. Like I used to get like a whole 50 pack, and I'd be making all kind of mixes. Look, and I put Evie's Crunk Mix Part 1. Evie's Crunk Mix Part 2. Like, cause I had some of the music, I had to split them up. I got a slow mix. What else I got in here? Party mix. And then what happened was a lot of these songs I ended up getting me a iPod Nano.
Oh yeah.
Like you remember the shuffles and Nano, and so all of my music got downloaded on there. Yeah. But I still kept my CDs, because I like to put them in my little player sometimes in the house and play. This, I got another. Some of y'all won't even know what this is.
Oh, I know what it is. My granddaddy had some. My dad had some. My mama had some. Everybody.
but you Gen Zers and Alphas and all y'all ABCs or whatever. Back in the day, us millennials and older, we would have trapper keepers that were specifically used to hold CDs. And I know I just say the word, they probably don't know.
I know, I know.
A trapper keeper was like a notebook that you could put stuff in. Yeah. Anyways, this was one of my smaller ones. I put most of my my gospel CDs and stuff in here. But then it's so random, like, to let y'all know how random my listening ears. I got praise and worship CDs in here. And then boom, James Brown. Got some soul, 60s soul. This is back in the day when DJs used to make like playlists and stuff. DJ Wally's Christmas hits. Hey. It has all the great classic black Christmas songs on there.
Really?
Yes.
Ooh, I gotta take a look at
I got that.
I like how they designed the CD.
Oh yeah,
that's nice.
These right here were actually from a workshop. Wow. It was a 3-part workshop. When I was at Clemson University, I was in the gospel choir. Oh, okay. And we had a former gospel choir member who's alumni, Michael Young, who is a great music director and vocalist. Came in and do some devotional warm up and workshop with us with the choir at the time. So I got those. Like we're on video. Oh, that's so that's cool. What that is. My church back in the day. I was on the inspirational choir. I got our anniversary CD that we recorded. Oh, yeah. So like my voice is on these CDs from when we would always have our anniversary things. And I want to go to one of my CDs because I showed you just earlier. I don't care what y'all talk about or what y'all say about him and how he be on the stage and y'all say he be twerking and all kind of stuff. I don't think he be twerking, but how y'all be saying it, that darn Kirk Franklin. Oh. Let me show you the CD. Franklin. This right here, the CD that I'm about to share with y'all. This right here. This CD got me through some stuff in my youth, right? And when I say this is one of his classic CDs, God's Property. Oh my God. This is the one that got stumped. All my people say stomp.
When I was in church, that used to be the go-to when we would sing in the choir.
It was stomp was one. My life is in your hands. My life is in your hands.
Yeah, I remember.
Y'all remember? Someone asked a question. And all that. More than I can bear. That was another one. Love, a word that comes and goes. Yeah. But for people really know what it means to really love somebody. Oh, love. That was my song right there. What's the other one? The storm is over now. I know you know that one. It's over now.
Yeah, okay.
It's over now.
Yeah, I remember.
I feel like I can make it. The storm is over now.
Yeah,
that was another classic, like. And then the last one on that album was He'll Take the Pain. He'll take the pain away.
Oh,
baby,
yeah, okay. It brings me back.
This CD right here, I don't care what y'all say about Kurt right now.
That's a treasure.
This CD right here got me through some stuff. God's Property.
Yeah.
The other one I have at the house that was also a favorite of mine was his CD, What You're Looking For. What you're looking for, I'm the one that. But this, yeah. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna start doing some show and tell, especially since you said that we're gonna be going on. Was it Apple Video?
Soon, yeah. I did say that.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be easier. It ain't that easy.
Okay.
Crap.
But so
we'll get there.
But you still can watch our episodes on Facebook. So I'm gonna start bringing, like, sometimes when we talk about stuff, if I know beforehand that we're gonna talk about, I'll bring it. But
it in.
I can always bring it on the next episode.
I like it.
Show and tell. Like, cause I'm like, Evelyn don't live the life now.
I think the next episode I'm gonna bring a show and tell for vinyls because we talked about vinyls.
Oh yeah, I was gonna bring some today, and I was like, you know what? Already running behind. Just get in the car.
Get in the car. Shout out to music.
Yeah,
you know,
shout out
music
to
is
music.
pretty good. It's quite amazing when it comes down to music. That kind of reminds me. There's not another thing I wish we had. I don't know where those things are because a lot of my family members ask me where videotapes.
Oh yeah, the
Like
VHS tapes and stuff.
of where you can record like home Christmas and whatnot. I don't know where ours went up.
But you know what's gonna happen? One day, and this is sad, but one day somebody's gonna pass in the family. It don't be somebody close relative or somebody distant cousin. And then when they go to clean up the house, they're gonna find a box of VHS tapes. That's usually what happens. Like, what is on this? And then now you got to go locate a VCR somewhere. Yeah. Again, younger folks who may not know what that is. They don't know what that is. It was a little device that we used to have to put these big rectangular things in that were called VHS tapes, and we push them in and you hit play, rewind, whatever. But you got to find those because they're kind of obsolete. You can find them at a lot of like thrift stores and stuff usually. Because again, people go through their house getting rid of stuff and they drop them off there. So
ours is about it wasn't the home videotape is about this small.
Oh yeah,
so you had to play them on the camera
yeah.
and then plug the camera.
Yeah,
to
plug the camera.
Yeah.
Somebody will find them someday.
Somewhere. It's floating out there somewhere. We just don't know.
That's crazy.
To see baby Kennedy, it's funny. I'm way different.
Yeah, I just posted a video. You talking about baby Kennedy? I just posted a photo on my IG story the other day because somebody was doing like a little. They posted theirs and it said, "Add yours. Show us a picture from when you were younger." And so I shared a picture. I don't know how old I was in it. I had to be like, because my sister was a baby, and so I had to be maybe 4 or 5 in that photo. But I was like cheesing. I was like, I told you I always be goofy and laughing, you know. And somebody said, "You look just the same." I said, "Yeah, but just thicker."
Or they'd be like, "What were you like?" Because the meme that's going around, what were you like in the '90s? I'm like, well,
yeah, I got to do one of them.
Yeah, I do too.
Because I got some stuff. So I'm gonna do 2, because one of them is gonna be like how the trend people were saying, "What were you like in the '90s?" So they'll show themselves, and then they'll show like a person that they compared to, and so it'll be somebody else, you know. So I'm gonna do one like that, you know. I ain't gonna tell who I'm gonna be compared to, but I'm gonna do one like that, and then I'm gonna do one with my actual pictures. So
that's actually not bad. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. I was a kid in '90s, so a lot of people they're like, "When were you born?" '96. Oh, I thought you were born in 2000. No,
'96.
'96.
Yeah, this is the picture right here. I'm gonna see if I can make it brighter. Where's the camera at? That's a picture. I don't know if that's me. That's little me, y'all. That's little me because I don't know which camera is on right now, but that's little
on the
me
main right now.
It's on the main. You gonna have to zoom in.
Yeah.
But hey, that was us
cute.
just open Christmas presents.
Yeah.
And that was one of my favorite pajama sets I used to have.
Yeah.
It had like these little either bears or something on it, but it used to be so comfortable. Like, and I loved it. But you see me cheesing, boy.
Yeah. You got your favorite toy?
Yeah.
Shout out to it, man. And people look. Nowadays, people that we know that were kids, they getting look grown. You know? Did you hear about Miss?
What had happened
Miss
was
Deja Harris?
I did.
Becomes a member of the Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Inc. at Clark Atlanta University. And let me tell you, Clark Atlanta University, y'all got some things going on, which is good. I saw Ludacris got this new song, which I hope comes out soon. It's called Pullover.
Yeah.
So Ludacris is back. Jay-Z's on his way back because he's about to get ready to go on the Yankee Stadium to perform. T.I.'s coming back, right?
Yeah. Right now, I'm loving me some T.I. and Juvenile.
Yeah.
Like that grown man rap. I can hear everything they rapping about. Ain't no mumbling. It's clear.
No fumbling,
the cadence. And I'm just...
Oh, especially let them know. I'm like, okay, is this 2004? Are we going back in time a little bit?
Yeah, I'll be turned up in the gym.
I'm very excited for T.I. Clark Atlanta. They're again, Clark Atlanta's obviously HBCU.
Yeah.
And Ludacris was on campus doing kind of a social media music video for his song, and he's challenging all HBCUs around in Georgia. I think Spelman, Morehouse, Morris Brown. Something Brown College that's here in Atlanta. That's HBCU as well. Very, very excited for Clark Atlanta University. They're HBCUs. I told my mom because I told her about this. I'm glad to be a Grizzly and go to GGC, but I think I would have had a ball if I would have went to a HBCU. Yeah. But that part didn't pan out.
Well, and I grew up where I'm from in the Low Country. I'm from Barnwell, South Carolina. Yeah. There were some HBCUs nearby, right up the road, and I had friends and that went to them and. I spent some time there for like certain camps, and I took swimming lessons, private swimming lessons at Voorhees College. I think they may be called Voorhees University now, but it was Voorhees College. Denmark Technical College is up there, Claflin, and then also South Carolina State. All of those campuses I grew up around and was on. And actually, when I went to Clemson, when I went to go get my master's, I wanted to go to HBCU. But the program that I wanted to do within nursing, this particular college did not have it. And that was supposed to be Spelman. Right? I wanted to go to Spelman for grad school.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
I obviously didn't go to Spelman, but we went to a RA conference, and Spelman was there.
Yeah. Well, and I had been to their campus 3 times because when I was at Clemson, I was a program advisor for an organization called the Clemson Emerging Scholars. And we take these students from the Low Country of South Carolina. We'll bring them up every summer from the rising 10th grade year off through their rising senior year. We'll take them up to the college campus and do workshops and do all kinds of stuff with them. Well, by the time of their senior summer, we went on a trip. We'd always take them down, the seniors down to Atlanta. Yeah. And they would tour Clark, Morehouse, and Spelman all on the same day. For anybody that does not know, all 3 of those campuses kind of sit in like a triangle. They're like right there. The campuses touch. Right. So we would tour all 3 of them, and I was like, man, when I get ready to go back to grad school, I want to come to Spelman, right? I was like, it's an all girl school, but at least we got men on the side. And this was before I discovered my pansexualismness, right? So I was like, well, they got men over here, like it's an all girl school, but they got men too, right? But I wanted to go, but they did not have it. But the cool thing about the HBCUs now that we're talking about it, Mackenzie Scott. Right, who was I think she's the ex-wife of the Amazon.
She's the one that donated. Okay, I see where you're
Amazon. Child can't remember that man's name. The founder of Amazon,
Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos. Like, she's the ex-wife, and of course, she's filthy rich too. Yeah, she has been donating to HBCUs like all the time, crazy, right? And it says this was from Black Enterprise on IG. Mackenzie Scott surpasses $1 billion in HBCU giving after a $24 million gift to Elizabeth City State. And it gave a list of all the colleges that she has donated to, the year she's donated, and how much she's donated. Man. And those particular colleges, I'm just going to run down them real quick. Alabama State University, Alcorn State University, Bowie State University, Claflin University, Clark Atlanta University, Delaware State University, Dillard University, Elizabeth City State University, Hampton University, Howard University, Lincoln University, Morehouse College, Morgan State University, Norfolk State University, North Carolina A&T University, Prairie View A&M University, Spelman College, Tougaloo, Tuskegee University, University of Maryland Eastern Shore, Voorhees University, Winston-Salem State University, and Xavier University of Louisiana. She has donated to all of those. I'm talking in the millions, and she's now surpassed $1 billion in HBCU. This is what we mean when we say be about it, don't talk about it.
Yeah.
There are plenty of people say, we're going to donate. Mackenzie said, I put my money up. What y'all going to do?
And she did it with the kindness of her heart. But,
She
I
did.
mean, as a business person, that's a good tax.
Well, you know,
I hate to say that, but, I mean, come on.
No. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that because somebody else, let me show you what somebody else just said. Somebody literally said that in the comments. She was like, yeah, that's good, but she going to get most of that back in taxes or whatever. And so I said, you know what? I said, the point is, regardless of whether she'll get it back in taxes, if she decides to write it off. People assuming she's going to write it off.
Yeah, that's a good point.
If she writes it off and gets back. The point is, she had an opportunity to serve and give to whatever she wanted. And she chose HBCU.
Yeah.
She could have easily said, okay, I'm going to donate $1 billion to what? Turning Point USA or this. She chose to deliberately go to HBCUs.
Yeah.
So that's the point. The point is she could have donated to anybody.
If I was a millionaire too, I would do a HBCU because a lot of people know I work at an institution myself too. So education is where I would donate it to because it's needed. I've seen it. Funding is needed everywhere in education.
And you know what? Now looking back, I almost could have went to HBCU. When I was in high school, I kept getting offer letters from Xavier University, which is on this list. Right? But I had never heard of Xavier. Matter of fact, outside of the HBCUs that I grew up around, the only other ones I had ever known about was Spelman, Morehouse, and Clark. And then of course Howard I would hear about. But I didn't know there were this expansive list of HBCUs, right? And I guess that was by design too, because my guidance counselor, when I was in high school, really wasn't pushing me to go to HBCUs either. It's like, you need to go to Clemson or USC. These are bigger schools. You're going to get more opportunity. So it's like HBCU really wasn't pushed towards me like that, right? So when Xavier was sending me stuff, I was just like, I don't know what college this is. Is this a legit college? Is it accredited? Like I had all these questions. I didn't know what it was. And then it was like in Louisiana. And at the time I had never even been to Louisiana. Like I'm very adventurous. But I was like, I don't know what it's going to be like. I don't want to get down and be miserable. So I never would submit an application for them. But that's they were trying to, you know. Man.
I would say too, based off my work experience, I think bigger colleges are just kind of played out. Like a lot of people say, oh, go here, go to UGA, go to Georgia State because it's bigger opportunity. Obviously, I went GGC's school in Georgia, but like it's not UGA, and I had the best time. I feel like with those, you're just a number. Like,
well, and it depends. It depends on what your major is, what you plan on doing in life. I would say that.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason to go to a huge university where you got to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars for a degree that you could have get out of tech school. Got your same, like stuff, pay a lot less, and then when you get in the workforce, get hired anyway over somebody, with a different college that was not as big, but they're still in the same footing with you because you both have the same degree. Kind of thing. So it needs to make sense.
That makes sense.
You ain't trying to break no bank, you know.
Because some people spend over $100,000 for just their undergrad. I'm like, oh, okay. Do it your own. Like, I ain't gonna stop you, but But we were talking about it because Deja Harris,
crosses the Delta Sands.
Yes,
Delta
and she was little Miss Mama was like, I don't want to offend the sorority, so I'm not gonna go there.
Don't do that.
She was getting it down, and it really gets. I'm glad that she has pledged, and I'm glad that she chose the college route, right? Because we know who her parents are, right? Tiny and Ti, right? But she says, okay, yeah, I know who my parents are, but I still want to go to school, right? I don't want to live off of mommy and daddy. And I'm not saying that she is, but live off of mom and daddy money. I want to go and do my own thing, whether it's in the music business or not. That's what I get excited for, the celebrity kids that when they get a little bit older, they go and do their thing. I've seen the video. She's like a superstar. Right, I think she's gonna be the it girl of Clark Atlanta. She might be a good representation of Clark Atlanta. She might be a speaker of Clark Atlanta. I think that works. But I think Deja Harris has it to where but I'm also a student too. Like I'm a human being. Like it doesn't make me different than my other classmates that go to Clark Atlanta.
But how big of a flex is it that when she came out? She got to come out to her dad's song. Bring them out, bring them out.
Dun, 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 dun. And
like
it would have been more cool if T.I. was like just performing it, like just raw dogging it, just performing.
Just come from around just for that one.
That would get people hyped. And people like, oh snap, that's T.I. So we had Ludacris last week. T.I.'s here. This school is amazing.
But in that moment though, I think it would have did opposite what you just said though.
Yeah.
You know, she's carving her own path. So the last thing you want to do is you just cross. And here's my daddy bringing me out. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like but that would have been a great idea. But because of that, I think the song sufficed because had he come out, then it would kind of overshadow her. Yeah. You know, and now it's you only did this. You only have this because your daddy here. Versus this is something she went through on her own. Yeah. And things like that. But she was still able to like insert her dad's music in there, right?
Something special.
Which is shout out to all those ladies that just crossed. But speaking of fraternities, sororities. Alpha Kappa Alpha, aka the AKAs.
Okay. I know a couple of AKAs.
There was some controversy.
Oh, wow.
Supposedly, they had a conference, like a huge conference or whatever for the AKAs. Yeah. And whoever was on the committee, or who's over the entertainment for the event, decided it was a good idea to book Trick Daddy. Oh. Now, I don't know about you. And I'm a little older than you. Yeah. But the Trick that I grew up on, who is still performing them songs, right?
Mm-hmm. Risque songs.
As soon as I heard it, I was like, who came up with that idea? Like, why would you at an AKA, like they don't even like the AKAs have always been the pretty pearls. They're very ladylike, and that's not saying that they're not well rounded and can listen to some ratchet stuff. But at a conference, Trick Daddy is not who comes to mind. But supposedly while he was performing, he didn't get to finish because I guess the powers that be there decided it was inappropriate and cut his set. And so of course he ends up taking to his Instagram and everything, and he was just talking about his set. He's like, y'all know what kind of music I do, and he's right. Y'all know the music he does. So there was no stipulations on what he could do and all that kind of stuff according to him. And even if they did have a conversation about what was appropriate or not, clearly the communication was lost. Yeah. Because he was up there to look at the D, but saying a word and humping the air and stuff. And because I saw some of the videos. And in the videos though, you actually, and there's different people that have posted some of the videos. Some of the videos you see them like kind of just looking at him like, oh my God, I can't believe he's performing. Then you see other videos where the AKAs are like getting down and scrolling with his music and stuff. So it's like you have and at these conferences, you have a group of different age groups. You have your older AKAs, your Gen, Xers, your Boomers. You have your Millennials, and then some of your Gen Zs, whatever. So you got this whole spectrum of age groups, and so you see that in a lot of these videos that people have been posting. But overall, the powers that be decided to pull him. I'm just like,
I think it's a good pull. It's for AKA, like you said.
But the thing is. It may be a good pull, but it should have never been done. If y'all gonna pull him off the stage, why would you book him? Somebody said Trina wasn't available. I was like,
Trina wasn't available.
Out of all the people that y'all could have booked for that thing, y'all would have Trick Daddy. Let that sink in. When you hear Trick Daddy and AKAs that in the same, something just don't sound right about
something
that.
Don't click about that. I wouldn't.
You know that. like me, like me. Oh, you know that. Like, imagine that.
Yeah, and he's older now too.
Yeah.
So now you're performing that with maybe a lot of AKAs that could be in the same age that's just there visiting, or younger AKAs. Because I've seen it. Shout out GGC. I know I talk about y'all. We have AKA at GGC, and it's like you said, the jewelry, the more ladylike. It's different, and you gotta.
And I can tell you personally from the videos I saw of the ones who were either jamming with him, like dancing, like hyping him up, definitely look like millennials, which would track because we grew up with Trick Daddy. Like that's our age bracket around up in there. And then the ones I saw like strolling more, they look younger, like maybe some Gen Zs, or the lower end of millennials, which they just catching the beat and doing what they got to do, whatever.
I've been in areas where I see Gen Z and they listen to millennial, because I'm kind of on the cusp millennial a little bit. I'm not claiming Gen Z. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna claim that. But I'm just like I'm right in the middle. Yeah. Right. 'Cause I'll be 30 in a couple of.
You literally are like the last. I think millennials ended in 1996 or 1997. One of them two. So you right there. You just didn't make it in.
Yeah.
So you get over here and you sit down now. You act right. You just made it in.
You just made it in. That's me. And I see Gen Z listening to millennial type music. I'm like, y'all don't know who this is. Yeah. Oh, y'all don't. This is where it originated from. So the stuff y'all listen to today, this is how it started. And then they just switched to flip the beat. So it's so funny because they look so clueless. Like, who is this guy? Who is this artist?
Well, and you talk about millennial stuff. One of my friends on Facebook, she had posted this meme. And her name is Simone. Shout out Simone.
Hey, Simone.
She posted this meme, and this guy, he's looking at him over his shoulder like this, like and it says millennials born in the 80s, raised in the 90s, partied in the 2000s. No video evidence, only rumors.
Yeah, that's true.
I posted, I said, because our time was had.
I bet it was. I bet it was.
Nowadays, oh my God, the parties and stuff we used to go to and have fun at, people actually dance. We was turned up. Now there was a few where some shots rung out and you had to go. The child took me one time, and I said, for now, I only go where I know people. Yeah, I ain't gonna be ducking and dodging no bullets now. But like we would actually have fun. Nowadays, everything is you like even when I talked about it,
I'm guilty of it too, a little bit though.
But it's like even yesterday, or this weekend when I was at the BLK Opus event that I was talking about. Yeah. We were all there and taking in the moment, but you've seen a lot more cameras and stuff. One, a lot of them are photographers, so that's cool. Yeah. But even with me, when I make my reels and stuff, I try to get quick stuff and then put it away. Yeah. Because I want to be in the present of the moment, right? Yeah. But even for us millennials, who like she said, we born in the 80s. Those of us who were born in the 80s, not just any millennial, but those of us born in the 80s, raised in the 90s, partied in the 2000s. Yeah. That 2000s party was. That music was hitting.
Party like a rock
everything. We had fun. and no video evidence, just rumors. It's a real thing. Because now people want to record everything. If you have a moment of a lack of judgment, of responsibility, or people who video their friends, drunk stuff, it's like you can't be vulnerable by nobody, because by the time you even get home, before you get home, they've already got it on social media. Yep. It's already You ain't even got time to get your story together. Like, imagine you sneak out your house or something. You don't go to the party you ain't supposed to be at. Yeah. Right? And before you get home, your parents sitting right there and like, oh, so you was out dancing. You was like, how they know? And they pull up somebody live.
Yeah.
Ain't this you, friend?
Your friend posted this about you.
That's you right there, right? Oh, you was having a good old time. Yeah. As Claire Huxtable said, you was partying with the wretched up in Baltimore. With the wretched, having big fun at the wretched. I'm sorry. That episode of the Cosby Show just threw me. When Vanessa went up to Baltimore, you was having big fun. Like, imagine as a Gen Zer, you caught. You can't even work on your lie.
Everything.
Because your evidence don't beat you home. I guess at a minimum, maybe y'all can be like, that ain't even me. That's AI. Cause see the way his hand look.
Oh no, that's AI.
I'm gonna tell you, I ain't trying to give y'all a cheat code, but if you need a cheat code, that's all I got for you. Because the way y'all friends be setting y'all up on camera. Just everything got to be shown. I'm like, we come us who like I said, born in the 80s, raised in the 90s, part in the 2000s. At best, we could say, somebody, did you do something? That's alleged. It's alleged. Where's your evidence?
I love it.
Where's your proof?
Where's the proof? Where's the proof? I love it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Well, and I'm here for y'all staying tuned in with us the way that y'all did. Because without y'all, we wouldn't have this amazing platform that we can bring to y'all.
What had happened was
every time. I ain't gonna say every week, because Lord knows we be having some weeks off, but we got nothing.
what had happened was
Yes, we do.
But like I said, I am your girl, Evelyn Letitia, and my boy, Kennedy Lucas Patterson.
Boy, howdy.
Thank y'all for always tuning in. Real talk, though. We appreciate y'all. Y'all don't even know what y'all do to us. I was like,
what had happened was
we in a new studio.
With a couch. We got a couch.
With a couch. It got a little bounce to it. Look how I bounce. Bounce, 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 bounce. Deuces.